Hey, I want to talk to you guys real quick about this book, Penny Pinchers for the Essential Oil Enthusiast. It's kind of like natural health care on a budget, but this is a question I get a lot is how do I afford to switch over to the natural lifestyle? Well, for us, it was gradual, but it's all about a mindset. You're not going to spend money on what you don't find value in. So if having non-toxic products for your home, having safe cleaners, having non-toxic makeup, that kind of stuff, if that stuff is not valuable to you, then you might not find value in it. You might not see value in this. Sounds crazy when I say this, but you might not see value in treating yourself well now to have a better life later, and treating your children and your pets and everything well now to help them not have horrible diseases later. I know, doesn't that sound crazy when the words out of my mouth? Because you're thinking like, well, who wouldn't want to do that now? But a lot of it's just lack of education on the products out there. So I'm going to start off with, what do you value? So we all value different things. I personally value Kerrygold butter, so I'm going to spend money on it. People don't spend money on things that they don't value. So I no longer really care about like designer purses. And even when I kind of did, I still was very scrutinous as far as what I was going to spend. So it's not valuable to me to spend money on expensive clothes. I want good quality clothes, but I'm going to choose a pair of running shoes over a pair of heels, hands down. So, and people's values can change over time. So as you mature and change, your values can change. But having value in money, it doesn't mean that you have a ton of money. You're just smart with it. So some of the richest people in the world they're not frivolous with their money. So like Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men, lives in a $31,000 starter home that he purchased in 1955. And she put the fact checks in here too. I can share that at the end. Michael Bloomberg, worth over $30 million, wearing same black loafers for decades. So if he doesn't see value in having a ton of shoes, he's not going to go spend money on it. So like I said, I'm not going to read verbatim this, but the poverty mindset is real. So what if you have a poverty mindset? How do you know that? So if you're always thinking, I can't afford it, you see money as a limited resource and you must hold on to it tightly, you're unable to be generous. You harbor resentment towards people who have more than you. Or finally, you make decisions out of fear when it comes to money, fearful that you're not going to have enough of it. So those are some things that can kind of define basically the poverty mindset that she said. Financial struggle is real, but it shouldn't be permanent. And so on to my next part here. So what is your motivation? So like I said, sorry, I keep looking down at my notes. You're going to see the top of my head. What is your motivation? So is your motivation, seeing someone else that you could help, wanting to support your spouse, wanting to help your spouse, wanting to take your husband on a trip, a vision for a better life for you and your family? So what's your motivation for either wanting to get out of the poverty mindset and also wanting better things for your family? Okay, so if something is expensive versus costly, that's not necessarily the same thing. So in here, she defines expensive is the price is higher than the value you receive from it. Therefore, you won't buy it. And that makes sense. So if you don't have value in something, you're not going to spend money on it. Costly is the price requires a larger portion of your budget, but you will pay for it because of the value you receive. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And then she gives some examples here, like I said a little bit ago. So if someone values a super nice car, they're going to drop, $60K on it. Well, somebody else might not value a really nice car and just get something small that they can get from point A to point B. Some people shop in thrift stores for their clothes, but might spend money on other things. Some people see value in a gym membership while other people work out at home. So it's all in what you value. So expensive versus costly, again, expensive is the price is higher than the value you receive from it. Makes sense. You don't want to pay for it. Costly is the price requires a larger portion of your budget, but you're willing to pay for it because you receive value from it. So that really made a lot of sense to me. And personally, I feel like it's valuable to be proactive with your health. And she goes into a whole section here about proactive wellness versus being reactive on illness. And trust me, it is a lot cheaper to be proactive on your wellness, because think of your insurance premiums. Think about things that you would have to jump through hoops that are truly expensive, like care in case you have a give yourself the best fighting chance now to have a positive outcome in your future as far as your health. Granted, I'm not sitting here, trying to say if you've had a horrible lifestyle or you're already very unhealthy that, this is going to be a game changer for you. If you do start making healthy changes, you are going to be better for it. But I'm not going to say that, I can guarantee that you're going to have a super, disease-free life in the future. But there's a lot of things out there that are going to help you get an illness or a disease versus keep your body well, if that makes sense. So this is not a toxin class. It's more of a budget class, but it can be both, I guess. I can go down a different rabbit hole. So the author here talks about how she initially started using Young Living just for some health benefits, same as me. She initially did not want to do the monthly order, and I did the same thing. I got the kit. I used it for my allergies, my lavender, lemon, and peppermint. I didn't know what to use the other oils for, and so I didn't see a point in having a monthly order. But as I started to learn about the toxins and needing to switch things out of my home, like the cleaner, it made sense for me to be able to budget $50 a month towards getting a product that was going to be safe for our family and actually good for me, and not be spending that money at Walmart, Target, GNC, Ulta, all those other places I used to shop at. I don't spend money any of those places now. So, and you save even more money by doing the higher level promos. So those of you in Young Living know that they always do promos at 100, 190, 250, and 300 PV, and sometimes 400 PV. So it is most cost effective. I don't buy a lot of oils. I buy a lot of house stuff. So it's most cost effective for me to get my supplements, my cleaning supplies, my skincare, my shampoo, conditioner, my makeup, everything on my Essential Rewards order. So that's my monthly wellness order. And there's so many freebies that come along with that, including points, that it doesn't make sense for me to spend money anywhere else. So why would I spend money on something toxic, for one? And then also, why would I want to spend money when I'm getting 10% back, 20% back, and now actually I'm getting 25% back every time I do a monthly order for us? So I don't know any store that does that every single month. So that's one way that I do save a ton of money. So I definitely agree with the author here. It is better to shift to the mindset of bundle shopping. So same like with paper towels. So if you're going to buy 1 to 2 paper towels, you're going to need them faster, and you probably paid more per roll for those 1 to 2 than if you would have spent more just one time, and now you have paper towels for 3 months. I know that's a silly example, but it's something everybody can relate to. So toilet paper, same thing. You're gonna use it. You're gonna use it. Let's hope you're gonna use it. But might as well buy the big one, because a lot of times it is cheaper per roll to go ahead and just buy it in bulk. So switching to the bundle mindset, making a list on what I need, that is what saves me the most money, because I get everything I need on my monthly order. And then if I do forget something, I can use my points to get it. But I get the best shipping on my monthly order. So I do all the heavy stuff then. So my Ningxia Red, which is my antioxidant drink, our laundry detergent, my dish soap, the hand soap, all that stuff, shampoo, conditioner, anything heavy, I go ahead and get on the monthly order. So I just kind of keep track of what we need. I look at as far as, if I'm running low on shampoo, I always try to have one full container of something as my backup. So as soon as I open like our dishwasher powder, I went ahead and added that to my next monthly order. And I'll shift around, like if it comes to the end of the month and I know my order is going to go in soon, and I see that I still have mostly like a full bag of the dish detergent, or I'm doing fine on laundry soap, then I might push that back to the following month if I need supplements or more Ningxia Red or something like that. So I change it up every month, but I always try to hit around that 300 mark, at least 300 or above. So I max out on the promos, and I'm always getting at least like $75+ back in free points towards other things. And so some of you might be like, oh my God, how do you afford $300? And it's not, I'm not spending $300 on oils. I'm telling you that now. The oils don't ever expire, so they last a long, long, long time. What I'm spending money on is our supplements, our vitamins, like I said, shampoo, conditioner, that kind of stuff, soap. The stuff that I used to spend way more than that on at Walmart and not even getting near the quality stuff. I used to buy the Miss Myers stuff. I used to buy the Method stuff. I used to buy all those other brands that I thought were safe. things that I thought were fine for my family, and then I found out later contain the same harmful things in them as the products that I was avoiding. And so, no, I don't have time for that. I want things that work. I want things that I know are going to like kill the germs. I want products that are going to be good for my skin. I want vitamins that are going to be good for the inside of my body and not have harmful side effects, or not just get washed out and go straight into the toilet. So anyway, I want to share a little more with you as far as budgeting. She did share a cool little chart in here, and you guys need to get the book to check this out. But she basically added up if someone was spending just 50 PV a month. So even though I max out on the promos, the monthly program is only 50 PV, so $50 a month. So that is your Thieves Cleaner, which that lasts me like 6 to 9 months because that does everything, and a little goes a long way. And then you can get like the kids' body wash and maybe a lotion or something for like, pick one room and start there. So maybe start with your children, or start with your pets, or start with your morning skincare routine. But if you're slowly changing something out every month, you're going to have spent $600 at the end of the year if you just spend $50 a month. And if you spend $600 just ordering randomly, not every month, on like they call it the one-time order, you get no points and no gifts. So if you spend $600 on Essential Rewards, you're going to earn 105 points for free. So that's $105 and get 4 free gifts. And so that is bare minimum. So if you double that and always get at least the 100 PV, because that qualifies you for a paycheck if you have family and friends under you. So you're going to have well over 200 points and 4 free gifts, and you're going to get whatever gifts are at the 100 PV promo. So the last few months, they've been like $10 credits. So that would have been another $20. And that's where a lot of the free oils start. So I would say that would be another $120 minimum worth of stuff on top. So that's another basically $300 for free. Like I said, it adds up quick, and it's all stuff that you're going to use. So it's about your priorities. So make your definite list of things you must have. I have my certain things I use all the time. One of them is like our hand sanitizer here. Always have that in the house. So make your definite list of things you have to have, and then everything else that you want to try is like a bonus. Or if you want to try an oil, that's a bonus, because that gets you up to those freebie levels. Another tip she has in here too is check your size of the bottles. So you could buy a large peppermint for only twice the price relatively as the little peppermint. So 5 ml, 15 ml. This is 3 times the oil and relatively only twice the price. So let me hold these bottles up so you can see. But these are 2 different kinds of, 2 different oils. One's Egyptian gold, one's peppermint. But if they were the same, this bottle, 3 times as much, is only relatively usually twice the price as this bottle if they were the same. So, yeah, definitely buy smarter. Get back to my spot. Okay. So, and also, shop the kits and the collections. Young Living does a really good job of making other bundles, especially for people on Essential Rewards. So there's a special Ningxia Red bundle that's the only way I get my Ningxia Red in the house because it's cheapest per ounce. And we go through a lot of it. Every living thing in the house drinks it, even the dogs. They get it every morning. They have a Thieves Bundle kit, and they also have other collections where they bundle different oils. So they have, so if you're wanting to work on specific things, or if there's certain oils you want, you can get bundles of them, and it's cheaper per bottle than it would be if you bought them separately. Like the Thieves household products. Their little goes a long way. And again, that you're in this for the long game. So back to the original part where I said here, what do you value? So her final rule in here is never, ever, 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 ever buy something if it's going to put you in a debt position. Okay. Granted, yeah, I want everybody to have the Thieves Cleaner in their home. It's $22. That bottle will last you for 9 months. Again, so that's an investment up front, and it's way, way better and way more cost effective than even the dollar store stuff that has so many health hazards in it. But you only need that one bottle. But again, don't ever put yourself in a position where buying healthy things is affecting other areas. If you had to do something for your family, so if you were sick, or if you had a sick kid, or you had to come up with money for, to treat a medical illness, like something tragic, you would find a way to do it. So if you look at changing your health, changing the health of your family, changing the cleanliness of your house in the same way, if you look at it as, I'm going to work to do this, maybe you're not going to go get that cup of coffee 2 or 3 days a week. Maybe you're just going to go 1 time a week. Do baby steps. I'm not saying go. But make little changes where you can if you actually value, making the healthy changes in your home. You're going to find a way to do it. Trust me, I didn't think I was going to be able to, because even spending $50 a month on something different sounded crazy to me. But it's all about what you value. Like today, I just signed up for a box. I'll have to tell you guys what it is. I think it was like Ugly Food or Ugly Fruit or something like that. Either way, Misfit. The box was called Misfit. That's what it was called. But I find value in getting good organic food, and this is food, basically Misfit Market. This is a whole off-kilter thing, but it's something I find value in. So I'm willing to pay, every few weeks to have healthy organic food in reusable, sustainable, responsible packaging brought to my home. And, they look at the locally sourced stuff. They make sure, I love my farmers markets too, but this is the kind of stuff that gets passed over. It's the ugly fruit. It's still good for you, but they kind of, you get a variety box. So I'm going to try this out for a little bit. I value healthy food for my family. So yeah, another thing I'm willing to pay for, where a few years ago, I didn't value my health yet. So the thought of spending money on cleaning products and oils and makeup and skincare and stuff, through a shipment program sounded crazy to me. And now it's the best thing ever. I wish I would have been doing it years and years and years before, because I can tell you now I save at least a couple $100 a month, not going into Target, not going into Walmart, that kind of stuff. Now when I go into Target, it's like for clothes or something specific. And I don't even go down the aisles of makeup and skincare and stuff unless I want to do videos to point out the toxins, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so start stretching and saving. So like I said, you will find a way if you want to make the changes. And so here's another cool thing. Let me move on to my notes here. You're going to be surprised. There's a big joke in Young Living that they don't charge you to ship water. So even though something doesn't say like super concentrated or doesn't tell you to dilute it, you can pretty much dilute almost anything you get from Young Living. I dilute my shampoo, my conditioner, my dish soap. Some people dilute their body soap. We are a bar soap house. Yeah, we're those weirdos, but I love their bar soap. It's super moisturizing. But I dilute so much of their stuff, and then like all their skincare, a little goes a long way. So it's months between me buying face wash, so it lasts a long time. And then the same with stretching your oils. 9 times out of 10, you're using a carrier oil. You got to look at each drop as a dose. And I learned of this, and actually it was an occupational therapy continuing education class. This is how she spoke about the oils. It was an oils and healthcare class. So the larger bottles, these ones have about 300 drops. So that's 300 doses. These ones have about 90, the 5 ml, so that's 90 doses. So if you're using peppermint, so say you might be using peppermint for indigestion, stomach ache, tummy issues, headache, muscle ache, respiratory issues, cognitive awareness. So that's 300 doses in that bottle of peppermint. And you would have spent way more money on having to buy like 12 other things to address everything I just mentioned the peppermint can do. So let the oils multitask for you. Use a carrier oil. And if you're not sure what that is, we will chat. But there's things that you can do to save your money and make your product last longer. And I mean, that's what it's intended to do. So definitely dilute. And let's see some of her tips she has here. So we talked about stretching the oils. Let's see. Oh, and another thing that I didn't realize that she does that I think is super cool. She makes a detangling spray with the end of her conditioner bottle. So she'll save the spray bottle from the lavender or the anti-itch spray and put water in the conditioner bottle, shake it up and dump it in there, and boom, detangling spray. That's what she does with the moisturizers too. And yeah, so you can make tons. She has a whole great list in here about how to use your empty oil bottles too. I a lot of times use them in bath salt to just get the rest of the oil out of the bottle. So yeah, like I said, you get this book because there's tons, like a whole page in here of ways to get every little last drop out. And compare the prices even within Young Living too. So she can point out like the bath and shower gels, they range anywhere from 19 to 28 depending on what size bottle and which one you want. And that might sound like a lot, but like I said, they last for months and you're not getting those toxins. But she said she uses the bath base, and you can add whatever oil you want to it. And that one's only like 16. And again, that's months. And if you're spending $3, $4, $5 on other body wash with harmful toxins in it, and it doesn't last as long, you need more. And she goes into some other great tips in here as far as like if you have 2 accounts, a spouse account, and some of the business stuff as far as saving money. Now, if you are in my team with Young Living and we want to talk about the business side of things, because this has been nothing but a blessing for me and my family, or if you're interested in the spouse account, let's talk. We can definitely talk about your situation, see what's going to work best for you. But the main thing is, if you're not already in Young Living, you need to get started. I know that sounds blunt, but don't you want safe, healthy products for your family? And I'm sure all of you, especially around the holidays right now, are just as conscious about what you're spending as I am. So I'm getting good things in my house. I know the products I'm using are safe. I know the supplements I'm using are safe. And I'm getting the most bang for my buck as far as the quality of products that I'm getting. So yeah, I could still buy a vitamin for $1.99 at the dollar store, but what is that multivitamin really doing for me? What am I absorbing? What kind of vitamins am I actually taking? Where's it being sourced from? How's it reacting with my cells? What's it doing in my body, like as far as my blood? And how much of it am I actually just peeing out into the toilet and making it bright yellow and not absorbing into my body? So I know you've all been there. You've bought vitamins and you're like, dang, what is this doing to me? Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to share my link. It is, well, first of all, my member number is 208-3366. You can go to youngliving.com and make sure you put that in the boxes for the enroller and sponsor, because I have a welcome pack for you. Again, that's 208-3366. Why don't you give yourself and your family the gift of wellness this season? And if you guys are local to me, I have a few of these starter kits on hand, and that is the most cost-effective way to get everything into your home and start making the healthy changes, because these oils have tons of uses. Like pine, not only is it great for respiratory, it also, well, fights mold. Mold hates pine. So yeah, anyway, and if somebody else shared this video with you, because I know we're live on Instagram right now, but I'm going to share this on another page, definitely get in contact with them. And if you're not sure, I will help you find that person if I can. But either way, you need to get started on the healthy lifestyle. And I'm going to post my link on here. And, well, I hope you guys, if you're seeing this before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. If you guys are watching this later, I hope you had a wonderful holidays. And I hope your 2020 is off to a great start. Bye, guys.